All right, we are ready to build a plan. We've been building a vision. We've been meeting with people to figure out how to map the career we want. We've sat down with them to understand what are the things we need in order to achieve this career area and get in the career area we want. And now we're going to take in this section, by the end of this section, we're going to take the first actionable steps towards accomplishing the goal of the new career path. So let's look at that. So we will build the actual career path that we mapped in the last section. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to figure out how do we execute against the first step. So what is the next logical step? Based on the path you've set for yourself that you've selected, you've looked at everybody else's map of how they got to where you want to be. And now you've got to decide, what do you think your pathway needs to be set for what are the career or job titles or the things you need to accomplish? What do those things look like? And based on that, what is the next logical step for you? Is it a job? Is it a skill? Is it a certification? What is it you need to do? And when is the time for this step? You may need to wait because maybe, let's face it, life gets in the way. Maybe there's something you got to do. Don't let anything that's not just unbelievably urgent stand in the way of you setting that now is the time. Hopefully now is always the answer, but I get it. Sometimes I can't do it right this second because of these things, but I'm going to set a date, and that's when I'm going to execute against this. And that's what we're going to establish in this lesson. So fear will be the next obstacle here. I promise you, as you're trying to make this first big move, fear will be the thing that will stop you. Money, always one that creates fantastic fear in everybody. Self-confidence, that whether it's imposter syndrome, that you don't believe you belong there, whether you believe that there's some kind of self-doubt in you, self-confidence is another big factor that's going to cause fear for you. It's okay. Know that it exists, embrace it, and go anyway, right? Bravery is not the lack of fear, it's having the fear and doing it anyway. That's what being brave actually is. And procrastination, it is so easy. I just said, if there's something urgent, you will find everything is urgent to not take the next step forward, especially if it involves a big step, quitting a job, interviewing for a new job, taking action towards that direction. It's easy to procrastinate. Don't let that be the thing that stops you from making your next step. My recommendation is be on a mission. Tell yourself, I've got to accomplish this. Treat it as a goal, treat it whatever it has to do. But be on a mission that you are going to achieve this at whatever expense it is going to take. I promise you'll survive it. It's easy to be worried about the things like, paying your mortgage. Those are going to be the things that flash to your mind. I've got a good job, it pays well. Yes, but are you happy? At the end of the day, you can look at all these people who are able to pay their mortgage and they're making much less income. So you'll figure it out. I promise you. Be on a mission to accomplish this goal for yourself. Believe in yourself. You've got to believe in you. That's the first thing. If you don't believe in you, nobody else is going to believe in you. So you've got to be the first to stand up on that stage and say, I'm going to accomplish this. There will be some naysayers out there. If you announce it big, there's going to be some people that go, you'll never do that. And they've got their reasons for thinking that. You need to prove them wrong by saying, I am committed to this. And then build a community to support you. You've got people in your life. Start with family and friends. They may also have some sarcastic comments about this, but at the end of the day, they want you to win and they're your best cheerleaders. So get them on your side. Then I find in my community of professionals, I've got a lot of people that support me and cheer for me. They can't always directly do it for me, but they can be on the sidelines giving likes and comments in LinkedIn or on any social media sites to say, hey, This looks great. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. They're there to support you. And I've done the same for them. Use that community to help keep your self-confidence rolling. So, a quick note. As you go through this process, this involves selling yourself. You have to sell you to other people. And that means that when you're in sales, there's some rejection and there will be some no's. There will be some, you're going to be super excited and you're like, I'm going to go get this thing and I'm going to go accomplish it. And maybe you go to that first interview and they go, not interested. Thank you. You don't have the experience. You don't seem to be the right fit. Don't let these things get you down. There will be some no's along the way. You're not going to just win. That's probably very unlikely for most of you, if not all of you. You're going to have some setbacks. That's okay. Learning to fail is part of success. Failure is not that you missed or you failed. It's that you didn't get back on the horse. That's failure. If you fall off and you don't get back on, that's when you really failed. Falling off the horse is just steps in getting better. So be ready for some no's. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Get 10 no's if you have to. Get them out of the way. Know they're going to be coming at you. And then look for the next 10 no's. But along the way, appreciate the yeses that you get because they will matter and they'll matter big for you. So don't get discouraged through this as you get a no or you get any rejection or you have any setbacks. Pocket them and move on. It just happens. If you're at home and an appliance goes out, you don't stick your head in the sand and go, oh no, the world's ending. You go replace it and you move on. It just is what it is. And this needs to be the same way. Stay on course with this. Don't let a couple of setbacks say, well, I'm just going to give up on this idea. I should have never gone down this road. If this matters to you and it's important, stay with it. I promise you the end result will be so much more beneficial and you'll feel like you actually earned something far better in life than you could have ever imagined. So stay the course with it. So in conclusion, you should now have a path that you to follow that you built in the last section. You took somebody else, you took all these paths that you learned about other people and the course they took to get to the career area you want to be in. And you've built your own. So now you know what's the next logical step. You've looked at everything you've got to do. What is the next step? And your action item is to write down that first step you need to execute on and put a due date on it. This is the key. Whatever that next step is, getting a certification, getting a license, applying for a new job, finding the new job, identifying a new job that's in a specific area that you're looking for, doesn't matter what it is. Identify what that thing is, write it down, and put a due date and put it on your calendar. Let me show you how simple this is. What is the next logical step? Write that down and put a due date on when it's going to be completed. Try not to miss that due date. That due date needs to be everywhere. Put it on every calendar you've got. If it's on a company calendar and you're going to interview with somebody else to leave, put a code around it. Achieve goal. Doesn't matter what it is. Get it on the calendar so that you're accountable to completing it. This is very, very important for the next steps. You have to get this on there. Get it on your calendar.